Welcome to AFU Sustainable Solutions, where vision meets responsibility. For too long, humanity's greed has broken balance with the earth and with each other. Yet we believe in another way, one where development meets today's needs without stealing from tomorrow. Prosperity is shared and sustainability is a duty. Our motto is simple: live and let others live. Let's explore the complex issue of violence, a problem that has plagued humanity for centuries. Violence has existed as long as life itself. It appears in many forms: physical force, emotional harm, suppression, intimidation, and even hostility. From playground disputes to military confrontation, violence often emerges as a response to conflict, fear, or the desire for power and control. While it may feel instinctive or reactive, instinct does not make it right. The fact that violence has long existed does not justify its use. Instead, its persistent presence reveals a worrying truth. Humanity has frequently chosen force over dialogue, hurt over healing, and destruction over understanding. Yet, the question remains: if violence has been with us for so long, how did it evolve across time? Throughout history, violence has surfaced in religion, culture, politics, and territorial battles. Ancient societies fought in the name of gods. Kingdoms expanded through war and revolutions erupted against oppression. Even sacred figures suffered from violent systems. Jesus Christ himself was crucified in a display of political and religious brutality. Political structures have often used violence to maintain control, silence dissent, and eliminate perceived threats. In medieval times, violence determined leadership and protected empires. In colonial periods, entire populations were subdued through force. But history is not the end of the story. The tragedy is that violence has simply changed form. It lives in our world today. Transitioning into modern times, the evidence is everywhere. The Israel-Palestine conflict, the Anglophone crisis in Cameroon, the genocide in Rwanda, and the post-electoral tensions across nations like Tanzania and Cameroon. From global wars to local unrest, violence persists as a tool many still rely on. Where violence enters, peace, stability, and dignity exist. Its consequences are not temporary. They live in the minds, bodies, and generations of people affected. Homes are shattered and economies are broken. Dreams are crushed and future leaders are lost before they ever grow. Violence does more than harm physically. It breeds hatred and jealousy. Communities that once coexisted turn against each other. Banditry and opportunism thrive as some seize chaos to claim wealth or settle old grudges. Instead of seeking justice, perpetrators often create new injustice. When you destroy someone's property, does it become yours? Are you not adding pain to another person's life while claiming to fight for your own rights? Violence destroys trust in institutions, fuels trauma, and plants seeds of revenge. Communities become fragmented, societies lose productivity, and justice becomes overshadowed by fear. When violence is chosen, nobody wins, because even the victor carries scars. A nation soaked in blood may win territory, but it loses humanity. A society ruled by fear cannot claim progress. Violence may create change, but it never sustains justice. And so, a question naturally arises: must humanity always turn to violence? Is there no other path to justice? Before we continue, here's a quick reminder. If you're enjoying this discussion, like, share, and subscribe to AFU Sustainable Solutions. Together, we can spread knowledge and foster understanding. Let's dive back in. Must justice always come through destruction? Must voices be heard only when backed by weapons? These questions open the door to another route, one chosen by some of the greatest leaders in world history. If violence only breeds more violence, why not try a path that builds instead of breaks? Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, and Nelson Mandela proved that non-violence is not weakness. Peace is strategy, wisdom, and discipline. They stood against injustice without guns, without hatred, and without revenge. And they won, not only political victories, but moral victories. Non-violence demands courage, patience, and vision. It transforms societies without destroying them, heals instead of harms, and creates justice that lasts. If these leaders achieved change without shedding blood, does that not show us the higher path? If violence truly held the key to freedom, then their success will be impossible. Before we continue, let's pause and reflect. Choosing non-violence is not just a strategy, it's a necessity. Embracing peace and dialogue can transform societies and build a more just and equitable world. This is more than a channel. It's a movement, a call to change the way we think, live, and act, so that together we can build a just, equitable, and sustainable world. Now, let's ride on. Violence often erupts in environments where education, dialogue, and awareness are lacking. It becomes the language of those who have never been taught another way. Yet, what is truly alarming is when educated voices, scholars with degrees, leaders with influence openly promote violence as a solution. Is it not baffling that individuals entrusted with knowledge sometimes choose destruction over diplomacy? When knowledge does not lead to peace, then we must question whether it is truly knowledge at all. Violence has walked beside humanity for centuries, but history shows it has never built lasting peace. Justice built on fear collapses. Peace sustained by force eventually breaks. Non-violence is not merely an option, it is the truest path to sustainable justice. If I am wrong, then the Bible is irrelevant, for it preaches forgiveness, mercy, and peace. If I am wrong, then Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, and Nelson Mandela do not deserve their Nobel Peace Prizes. If I am wrong, then humanity has learned nothing from the past. But if I am right, then the future belongs to peace, dialogue, and strength of non-violence.